The large silver ship moved through space like a giant metal fish. Captain Hyen stood on the bridge, looking at the blue and green planet through the big window. This was his first time seeing Earth, the third planet from a yellow star. "Captain, the scans are done," said Commander Juan from her chair. She looked at the numbers on her screen. "The planet has water, air, and many life forms. The main species seems very basic." Hyen nodded. He had seen many worlds like this. Simple planets with simple people who did not know about space travel. These humans would be easy to deal with. They had no real weapons and no ships that could fly between stars. "What do the humans do all day?" Hyen asked. "They grow food and make simple things," Juan said. "They fight each other sometimes, but with very old weapons. They cannot even travel to their own moon very often." Admiral Deho walked onto the bridge. He was older than the others, with gray skin and 4 arms. He had conquered many worlds for the Galactic Council. "So these are the famous humans," Deho said. "They look weak. Their cities are small. Their technology is like toys." The Admiral looked at the planet below. Earth seemed peaceful. Green lands, blue oceans, white clouds. The humans had built cities, but they were tiny compared to galactic standards. Their tallest buildings were like small hills next to the great towers of advanced worlds. "Send a message to the Council," Deho ordered. "Tell them we found another primitive world. This will be an easy addition to our empire." But Hyen felt something strange. The planet looked too quiet. Most primitive worlds had lots of signals flying around. Radio waves, communications, noise. Earth had some of these things, but not as many as expected. "Commander Juan, are you sure about those scans?" Hyen asked. "Yes, Captain." "Are very simple. They barely have computers. Most of their machines are powered by burning old plant matter." 3 days later, the galactic ship landed near a human city called Sol. The humans had cleared a large field for them. Thousands of humans stood behind barriers watching the aliens with curious eyes. Diplomat Minji stepped out of the ship. First, she looked like a tall, thin human, but with blue skin and large eyes. Her job was to talk to new species and make them join the galactic family. A group of humans walked toward them. The leader was a man in a white coat. His name was Dr. Tyone. Next to him stood a woman in green military clothes. This was Colonel Nari. "Welcome to Earth," Dr. Tyone said in the common galactic language. This surprised Minji. How did he know their language? "You learned our language very fast," Minji said. "We are good at learning," Colonel Nari replied. "We have been watching your ship for 3 months. We studied your radio signals." Minji felt a small worry in her mind. 3 months? The galactic fleet had only been in this system for 6 weeks. Dr. Taeyun led them to a building in the city. Inside, more humans waited. They asked many questions about galactic technology, travel between stars, and energy weapons. Their questions were very smart. "How do your ships move so fast?" asked a young woman named Yunbi. "What materials do you use for your hulls?" asked a man named Gihun. "How do you create artificial gravity?" asked another scientist named Hajin.Minji. Answered some questions, but kept the important secrets safe. These humans seemed too interested in technology. Most primitive species asked about culture or trade first. During the meeting, a human named Soyoung brought them food and drinks. She was very polite and helpful. But Minji noticed that Soyoung listened to everything they said. She also noticed, "Small devices hidden in the walls? Are those recording devices?" Minji asked. "Of course," Dr. Taeyon said. "This is the first time we meet people from other worlds. We want to remember everything." That evening, Captain Hyen walked around Seoul with Colonel Nari. The city seemed normal. Humans drove cars, went to work, and lived simple lives. But Hyen saw things that worried him. The humans moved with purpose. They were not afraid of the aliens. Most species felt fear when they first met galactic visitors. Humans looked at them like they were studying interesting animals. "Your people seem very calm," Hyen said to Colonel Nari. "Why should we be scared?" She replied, "You came here to talk, not to fight. But we have technology far beyond yours. Our weapons could destroy your cities." Colonel Nari smiled. Every species has weapons, Captain. Smart ones know when not to use them. Back on the ship, Jawan ran new scans of the planet. Something was wrong with the first readings. The humans had more technology than they showed. Deep underground. She found large facilities that her scanners could not see clearly. Captain, I think the humans are hiding something, she reported. What kind of thing? Hyen asked. I do not know. There are energy readings deep under their cities, and their communications networks are more complex than we thought. Admiral Deho was not worried. All species try to hide their best technology at first. It does not matter. We have starships and energy weapons. They have nothing that can hurt us. But Dr. Taeyeon was not sitting idle. In his secret laboratory, he studied small pieces of alien metal that had accidentally fallen from their ship. His team worked day and night to understand how galactic technology worked. Yuna, what do you see in these metal samples? Dr. Taeyeon asked his assistant. The atomic structure is very interesting, Yuna replied. It is stronger than our best steel, but lighter. And look at this energy reading. She showed him a screen. The alien metal conducted energy in ways that human science had not seen before. If we can understand this, Dr. Taeyeon said, we can build better things. Entered better soul. Major Gi-hun studied videos of the alien ship landing. He watched how their engines worked, how their shields glowed, and how their weapons systems looked. These aliens think they are very smart, he told his team. But they show us everything. They do not hide their technology because they think we are too stupid to understand it. Can we learn from what we see? Asked one of his officers. Once. Have been learning from enemies for thousands of years, Gi-hun said. This will be no different. The first week of contact went smoothly. The aliens thought the humans were simple and friendly. The humans let them think this. But in secret, human scientists worked faster than ever before. They studied every piece of alien technology they could find. They recorded every conversation. They learned about galactic politics, military tactics, and weaknesses. Dr. Taeyeon made the first breakthrough on day 8. Found a way to copy the alien metal using Earth materials. It was not as good as the original, but it was a start. Colonel Nari received reports from military bases around the world. Every nation was preparing, not for surrender, but for war. The aliens had no idea that they had just given Earth's apex. Predators, 3 months to prepare. The hunt was about to begin. 3 months passed quickly. The aliens thought they understood Earth and its people. They were very wrong. Admiral Deho called for a big meeting in New York City. Representatives from every human nation came. It's the large United Nations building, filled with people. Outside, news reporters waited to hear what the aliens would say. Captain Hyan and Commander Gi-wan sat at a long table with the human leaders. Diplomat Minji stood up to speak. Her blue skin looked cold under the bright lights. People of Earth, Minji began. The Galactic Council has made a decision about your planet.
Oh.
The human representatives listened quietly. Dr. Taeyeon sat with the Korean delegation. Colonel Nari stood near the back wall in her military uniform. Neither looked surprised. Your world will join our great empire, Minji continued. You will give us your resources. Your people will work for the galactic good. In return, we will protect you and give you some of our technology. A human diplomat from America stood up. What if we say no? Admiral Deho answered this time. His forearms moved as he spoke. Then we will take what we need by force. Your weapons cannot hurt our ships. Your armies cannot fight our soldiers. You have 30 days to decide, Minji said. Choose wisely. To show their power, the aliens did something terrible. It turned off all the satellites around Earth. Television stopped working. Internet connections died. Phone calls could not go through. Then they created electromagnetic pulses over major cities. For 1 hour, no electrical devices worked in New York, London, Beijing, Tokyo, or Seoul. Cars stopped. Computers died. Hospital machines went silent. After 1 hour, the power came back. The aliens had made their point. It's just a small taste of our abilities, Admiral Deho said. Imagine what we could do if we really wanted to hurt you. The aliens left Earth and went to the moon. There, they built a large base. Big ships landed and unloaded soldiers and machines. Commander Giwan watched over the construction from orbit. The humans look scared now, she reported to Admiral Deho. Their news shows panic and fear. But the aliens only saw what humans wanted them to see. In a secret laboratory, Dr. Taeon worked faster than ever before. The electromagnetic pulse had been very helpful. When the alien weapons hit Earth's electronic systems, his sensors recorded everything. "Yuna, look at these readings," he said excitedly. "Now I know exactly how their weapons work." "Can we defend against them?" Yuna asked. "Better than that," Dr. Taeon smiled. "I think we can turn their own weapons against them." The electromagnetic pulse used a specific frequency. Dr. Taeon's team found a way to create a shield that would absorb this energy instead of being destroyed by it. Major Gi-hoon received new orders from Colonel Nari. All military forces around the world began strange training exercises. They practiced fighting enemies with advanced technology. Member Gi-hoon told his pilots, "These aliens have better weapons, but they think like prey animals. They expect us to run away or surrender. They do not expect us to attack." Human pilots trained in new ways. They learned to fly in patterns that confused alien targeting computers. They practiced using the terrain to hide from advanced sensors. UNB worked with computer experts from around the world. During the first week of contact, she had secretly planted small programs in the alien communication systems. The aliens thought they were just translation files. "The virus is ready," she reported to Dr. Taeon. "When we activate it, their computers will become very confused." Hajin and Soyoung worked with diplomats from other nations. But they were not planning surrender. They were coordinating resistance. "Every nation must attack at the same time," Hajin explained. "If we fight separately, they can defeat us easily. Together, we might surprise them." On the moon, the aliens built bigger and bigger installations. They brought more ships and more soldiers. Commander Giwan felt very confident. "The humans are doing nothing," she told Admiral Deho. "They just talk and argue among themselves." "Good," the Admiral replied. "Soon they will accept that resistance is impossible." But Captain Hyen felt worried. He had spent more time with humans than the others. Something about them seemed wrong. "Admiral, I think we should be more careful," he said. "Why?" Deho asked. "They have no spaceships, no energy weapons." "Can they do? I do not know. But they do not act like defeated people." "You worry too much, Captain." On Earth, humans prepared for war in ways the aliens could not see. Dr. Taeyen's teams had built new materials based on alien technology. The human military modified their weapons and vehicles with these improvements. Colonel Nari visited factories around the world. Workers built new machines day and night. These machines looked like normal human technology, but they used principles learned from alien science. "How many ships can we prepare?" she asked Major Gi-hoon. "Not many," he replied. "But we do not need many. We just need them to work when the time comes." The 30-day deadline was almost over. The aliens expected humans to surrender or prepare for invasion. They did not expect what actually happened. Dr. Taeon made his final preparations. The shield generators were hidden under major cities. The computer virus was loaded and ready. Modified weapons were distributed to military forces. "Yuna, activate the deep sensors," he ordered. Around the world, hidden sensors came online. These sensors could track alien ships and predict their movements. The aliens had no idea they were being watched. Colonel Nari gave her final orders to military commanders. "Remember, we are not trying to win a fair fight. We are trying to survive. Use every advantage. Show no mercy." On the last day, diplomat Minji returned to Earth. She expected to receive humanity's surrender instead. She found empty buildings and silent cities. "Where are all the humans?" she asked Captain Hyen. "Maybe they are hiding," Hyen replied. But he felt very uneasy. The truth was that humans had not run away. They had gone to their battle stations. In underground bunkers, human soldiers waited with new weapons. In hidden airfields, pilots sat in modified aircraft. In secret facilities, scientists monitored alien movements. Dr. Taeon sat in his command center deep under Seoul. Around him, screens showed alien positions on the moon and in orbit. Everything was ready. Colonel Nari, he spoke into his radio. Are your forces ready? All forces are in position, she replied from her own bunker. Yunbi, is the virus ready to deploy? Ready and waiting, came the reply. Major Gihun, are your pilots prepared? We have been ready for weeks, the major answered. When the deadline passed, the aliens expected surrender. Instead, they got a message broadcast on every frequency. Colonel Nari's voice was calm and clear. To the aliens who threaten our world, you came to our home uninvited. You demanded we become your slaves. You showed us your weapons and expected us to fear you. But you made one mistake. You gave Earth's apex predators time to prepare. Now you will learn why we rule this planet. Admiral Deho laughed when he heard the message. Apex predators? These weak humans? Begin the invasion. Show them what real power looks like. But as his ships moved toward Earth, Dr. Taeyon smiled in his bunker. Activate all systems, he ordered. The hunt was about to begin. The first alien attack ships entered Earth's atmosphere, expecting an easy victory. They found something very different waiting for them. Admiral Deho watched from his command ship as his forces approached the planet. Begin bombardment of human military bases, he ordered. The alien weapons fired their electromagnetic pulses at the largest human cities. But instead of destroying everything, something impossible happened. The energy was absorbed by hidden shield generators buried deep underground. Commander Giwan, what is happening? Deho demanded. I do not know, Admiral Juan replied, staring at her instruments in confusion. The energy is not reaching its targets. Dr. Taeyon smiled in his underground command center. Shield generators at full power, he announced. All cities are protected, but the shields were just the beginning. Yunbi, deploy the virus now, Dr. Taeyon ordered. Across space, the computer virus that had been hiding in alien systems for 3 months suddenly activated. The aliens had thought the small programs were just translation tools. They were wrong. On Admiral Deho's ship, warning lights began flashing. Computer screens showed error messages. The ship's automatic systems started fighting each other. What is wrong with our computers? Deho shouted. Something is attacking our networks, a technician reported. All our systems are being corrupted. The virus spread from ship to ship through their communication networks. Turned their own weapons against them. It made their shields stop working. Sent false information to their sensors. While the alien fleet struggled with their failing computers, Major Gihun launched the first human counterattack. All pilots, this is Major Gihun. He spoke into his radio. Begin Operation Hunter. Remember your training. As aliens expect us to run away. Instead, we attack. Human aircraft rose from hidden airfields around the world. But these were not normal human planes. Dr. Taeyon's team had modified them. With alien technology stolen during the first contact, the planes moved in ways that confused alien targeting systems. They flew close to the ground, using mountains and buildings to hide. When they attacked, they used weapons powered by alien energy principles. Captain Haiyan watched in shock as human fighters destroyed 3 alien ships in the first attack. How? Is this possible? He asked. Their technology was primitive 3 months ago. Apparently we were wrong, Commander Juwan said. Her own ship shook as human weapons hit its shields. But the real surprise came from space Colonel Nari had prepared. A special gift for the alien moon base. While the aliens were busy with the virus and the air attacks, human rockets launched from secret sites around Earth. These rockets carried nuclear warheads, but they were different from normal nuclear weapons. Dr. Taeyun had modified them using alien technology to make them much more powerful. Incoming missiles, reported an alien soldier on the moon base. Impossible, Commander Juwan said. Humans do not have space weapons. The missiles hit the moon base like hammers of fire. The explosions were visible from Earth. Half of the alien installations were destroyed in seconds. Admiral Deho realized too late that humans were not the prey he had expected. They were hunters. All ships, retreat to safe distance, he ordered. But as the alien ships tried to escape Earth's gravity, they found more surprises waiting. Yuna had been tracking alien movements with the hidden sensor network. She knew exactly where they would try to run. Major Gihun enemy ships are moving to coordinates 77 Alpha, she reported. Understood, Gihun replied. All squadrons intercept pattern Delta. Human fighters appeared around the fleeing alien ships like wolves surrounding frightened deer. The aliens had superior technology, but humans had superior tactics. Human pilots had trained for thousands of years in warfare against their own species. They knew how to hunt thinking enemies. They knew how to use fear and confusion as weapons. The alien pilots, used to fighting primitive enemies, did not know how to handle an opponent who thought like a predator. They are surrounding us, reported an alien pilot to Captain Hyen. Use your superior weapons, Hyen ordered. I am trying, but they move too fast. When I aim at one, another attacks from behind. Dr. Taeyeon monitored the battle from his command center. Everything was working exactly as planned. Hajin, what is the status of our captured alien technology? He asked. We have taken control of 2 alien ships, Hajin reported. Our teams are learning to fly them. Excellent. Soyang, how are our communications with other human forces? All continents are reporting success, Soyang replied. The aliens are retreating everywhere. But humans were not content to just drive the aliens away. They had learned an important lesson. If you show mercy to those who threaten your home, they might come back with bigger armies. Colonel Nari gave the order that changed everything. All forces, we are not defending anymore. We are hunting. Capture as many alien ships as possible. Take prisoners if you can. You need to learn about their technology and their empire. Major Gihun's pilots began using new tactics. Instead of destroying alien ships, they disabled them. They targeted engines and weapons, leaving the ships helpless but intact. Human boarding teams, wearing armor modified with alien technology, entered the captured ships. Many aliens surrendered immediately, shocked that primitive humans had defeated them so easily. Admiral Daeho found himself commanding a broken fleet. Half his ships were destroyed. Most of the others were damaged or captured. His moon base was gone. His invasion force was scattered. Admiral, we must retreat to galactic space and call for reinforcements, Commander Jawan advised. No, Daeho said, his pride wounded. We cannot let these primitives defeat us. But Captain Hyen disagreed. Admiral, these are not primitives. Look what they did in 3 months. They learned our technology, copied our weapons, and turned them against us. What will they do if we give them more time? The captain was right to be afraid. In his command center, Dr. Taeyeon was already planning the next phase. His teams were studying captured alien ships. They were interrogating alien prisoners. They were learning about the galactic empire that had threatened Earth. Yuna, how long until we can build our own interstellar ships? He asked. Based on what we learned from the captures, maybe 6 months, she replied. Colonel Nari, Dr. Taeyeon, spoke into his communicator. The aliens are trying to retreat to their home space. Should we let them go? Nuri asked. No, Dr. Taeyeon replied, his voice cold. They came to our home and threatened our families. Now they have shown us where they live. We cannot let them return with reinforcements. What do you suggest? We follow them home. Show the galaxy what happens when you threaten Earth's apex predators. The remaining alien ships finally broke free of Earth's orbit and began their long journey back to galactic space. They thought they were escaping. Admiral Daeho did not know that several human ships, captured and modified alien vessels crewed by human pilots, were following them through space. The aliens had wanted to conquer Earth. Instead, they had awakened something much more dangerous. They had given humanity the tools and motivation to become galactic predators. The hunt was just beginning. Admiral Daeho's broken fleet limped through space toward their home systems. The proud galactic commander did not know that death followed behind him in ships that should not exist. Major Gihun commanded the lead human vessel, a captured alien cruiser that his engineers had modified. Dr. Taeyeon had renamed it Hunter's Moon. The crew was entirely human, but they flew an alien ship better than its original owners. Major, we are approaching the first alien colony, reported pilot Taiwan from the bridge. Gi-hun studied the tactical display. The colony was called Varixen Prime. It had defensive platforms and a small fleet of patrol ships. According to their alien prisoners, 2 million aliens lived on the planet. Yuna, are our communication systems ready? Gi-hun asked. Yes, Major. We can broadcast on all galactic frequencies, Yuna replied from the communication station. Good. It is time to announce humanity's arrival. The message that went out across galactic space was simple, but terrifying. This is Major Gi-hun of the Human Defense Force. You sent ships to conquer our world. You threatened our families. You have shown us where you live. Now we are here. Surrender your military assets or face the consequences. On Varixen Prime, the alien governor could not believe what he heard. Humans? Impossible. Admiral Deho said they were primitives with no space travel. Sir, we are detecting unknown ships approaching our system, reported a technician. Unknown? What do they look like? They appear to be our own vessels, but the energy signatures are wrong. The governor soon understood why. The human ships were indeed alien vessels, but crewed by the species that had defeated the mighty admiral. Deho Gi-hun gave the aliens 1 hour to surrender their weapons and defensive systems. When they refused, the humans showed them what Earth's apex predators could do with alien technology. The attack was swift and precise. Human pilots, trained in the harsh school of warfare against their own kind, used tactics the aliens had never seen. They disabled the defensive platforms without destroying the planet below. Most importantly, they captured everything they could. Colonel Neri's voice reached Gi-hun through the quantum communicator. Major, what is your status? Varixen Prime is? Secured, Colonel. We have captured their shipyards and taken their fleet commanders prisoner. Excellent. What did you learn? The aliens here are not warriors, Colonel. They are merchants and farmers. The real military power comes from their core worlds. Dr. Taeyeon's voice joined the conversation from Earth. Major, we need those alien prisoners transported back to Earth immediately. They have information about galactic military capabilities, understood Dr. Taeyeon. But we have a bigger problem. What problem? Aliens are sending distress calls to their entire empire. Soon, every species in the galaxy will know that humans are hunting the fleet that tried to conquer Earth. This was exactly what Colonel Nari wanted. Good, she said. Let them all know. Let every species understand what happens when you threaten Earth. Back in galactic space, the news spread like fire through dry grass. The impossible had happened. A primitive species had defeated a galactic fleet and was now hunting the survivors across space. Some species were afraid. Others were curious. Few were excited. On the world of Tethys, a species called the Branxi had suffered under galactic rule for centuries. When they heard about humans, their leader, Counselor Vex, made a decision. Send a message to these humans. He ordered. The message reached Major Gi-hun as his fleet approached the next alien system. Human vessels, this is Counselor Vex of the Branxi people. We have been slaves to the Galactic Empire for 300 years. If you truly fight against our oppressors, we offer our assistance. Gi-hun was suspicious. This could be a trap. Counselor Vex, how do we know you are sincere? Because we will give you the location of Admiral Deho's home base and the access codes to get through their defenses. Dr. Taeyeon analyzed this offer carefully. If the Branxi were telling the truth, humanity could strike at the heart of the galactic military. If they were lying, the human fleet could be walking into a trap. Major Gi-hun, proceed with caution, Dr. Taeyeon advised. But if these aliens are sincere, they could be valuable allies. The meeting took place in space near Tethys. The Branxi ships were old and battered, but their crews showed fierce determination. Counselor Vex came aboard Gi-hun's ship personally. He was a tall, thin alien with golden skin and large eyes that showed both hope and fear. Your species fascinates us, Vex, told Gi-hun. We have never seen anyone defeat the galactic fleet. Why do you want to help us? Gi-hun asked. Because you proved something we thought was impossible. You showed that the Galactic Empire can be beaten. Vex gave the humans detailed information about galactic military bases, supply routes, and communication networks. More importantly, he gave them something else. There are dozens of species like us, Vex explained. Peoples who were conquered and forced to serve the Empire. If you continue your fight, many of them will join you. This news reached Earth quickly. Colonel Nari and Dr. Taiyun realized that humanity had accidentally started something much bigger than revenge. We are not just hunting the fleet that attacked us, Dr. Taiyun said. We are leading a rebellion against the entire galactic empire. Can we handle that responsibility? Colonel Nari asked. We do not have a choice, Dr. Taiyun replied. If we stop now, they will return with bigger fleets. If we continue, we might free half the galaxy. Meanwhile, Admiral Deho had reached his home base on the fortress world of Kralthok. He expected safety and reinforcements. Instead, he found fear and blame. Admiral Deho, said Supreme Commander Zorak, you have brought disaster to our empire. How did primitives defeat our finest fleet? They were not primitives, Deho replied weakly. They learned our technology in months. They fought like demons. Impossible. Our intelligence said they barely had spaceflight. Our intelligence was wrong. Commander Jiwan supported her admiral's report. But the High Command did not want to believe that humans could be so dangerous. We will send a larger fleet to finish what you started, Zorak decided. Sir, I do not think that is wise, Captain Hyen interrupted. These humans are unlike any species we have encountered. They do not just defend, they hunt. What do you mean, Zorak asked. They followed us across half the galaxy. They're still following us. Right now, they are probably studying our bases and making plans to attack them. Captain Hyan was correct. Light years away, Major Gihun's fleet had grown to include ships from 6 different allied species. All of them had one thing in common. They hated the Galactic Empire. Yuna, what do our new allies tell us about Kralthak? Gihun asked. It is heavily defended, she replied. But our Branksy friends know the defensive patterns. And the Vorthon rebels have given us the shield frequencies. Can we take it? With our current force? Probably not. But Dr. Tayin has an idea. The idea came from Earth in the form of new ships. Dr. Tayin's teams had been busy, using captured alien technology and human engineering. They had built humanity's first true starships. These ships looked different from anything in galactic space. They combined alien science with human tactics. They were built for one purpose: hunting. Major Gihun, came Dr. Taehun's voice across space. The Earth Defense Fleet is ready to join you. How many ships, Dr. Taehun? 50 vessels, all equipped. With our latest weapons, Colonel Nari is commanding the fleet personally. When the human fleet arrived at the rendezvous point, even their alien allies were impressed. The ships moved like a pack of wolves, coordinated and deadly dot. Colonel Neris's flagship was called Apex Predator. It was twice the size of the largest alien vessel in their fleet, and it bristled with weapons that combined human innovation with galactic technology. Major Gihun, Colonel Nari said as their ships docked, "Are you ready to show the galaxy what happens when you threaten Earth's children?" "Yes, Colonel. Our alien friends have given us everything we need to attack Kralthak." "Good. But we are not just attacking. We are sending a message. Any species that wants to be free can join us. Any species that supports the Empire will face humanity's wrath." The combined fleet of humans and rebels moved toward Kralthok. Admiral Deho's nightmare was about to become reality. Earth's apex predators were coming home to roost. The last 50 Vorthok ships tried to run. They fired their engines at full power and aimed for the edge of the solar system, but they were too late. Human ships appeared everywhere they looked. Captain Quan Menesio had been watching the enemy. For hours, she knew exactly where they would try to go. Her team had put human ships at every escape route. The trap was ready. "All enemy ships are blocked," she told Admiral Han through the radio. "They cannot leave." Admiral Krevdar sat in his command chair and felt real fear for the first time in his life. His fleet was trapped. The humans had moved faster than he thought possible, had been 3 steps ahead the whole time. Admiral, his communications officer, said, "The humans are sending a message." Kreftar looked at the screen. A human woman appeared. She wore a blue uniform with gold stars on her shoulders. Her face was calm, but her eyes were like ice. "I am Fleet Admiral Han Jisoo," she said. "You have something that belongs to us." Kreftar tried to sound strong. "Yeah, people are safe. But if you attack, they will die." Admiral Han did not blink. "We still do not understand what you are dealing with." Suddenly, every human ship in the area powered up their weapons. Hundreds of targeting beams locked onto the Vorthok flagship. Red lights covered Kreftar's ship from every direction. "You threaten one human?" Admiral Han said slowly. "You threaten all humans? Kill our people, and we will hunt your species across every star in your empire. We will not stop, will not forgive. We will not rest until your civilization is just a memory." Kreftar looked at his weapons officer. The alien's face was pale with fear. "How many ships are targeting us?" Krefta asked. "All of them, sir. Every human ship in the system." Krefta had ruled through fear his whole life. He had threatened countless species, but now he was the one being threatened, and he believed every word the human admiral said. "What do you want?" he asked. "Release our people now." On the Vorthok flagship, Captain Kim Dae-ho heard the ship's alarm systems going crazy. Through his cell window, he could see human fighters flying past. They moved like a school of fish, perfectly coordinated. "They came for us," said Dr. Park. "So, Min?" She was smiling. "Our people actually came for us." "Of course they did," Captain Kim replied. "That's what humans do." The door to their prison exploded inward. Smoke filled the room. Through the haze, figures in black armor appeared. They moved fast and silent. Their weapons were up and ready. "Human crew, identify yourselves," a voice said through a speaker. Captain Kim Dae-ho, sole explorer, Kim called out. "Commander Yoo Ji-hoon, Special Forces. We're here to take you home." The rescue happened in minutes. The Special Forces team moved through the Vorthok ship like ghosts. They knew exactly where to go. They had studied the ship's design during the battle. Engineer Lee Jun-woo watched the human soldiers work. "How did they learn the ship layout so fast?" "We've been watching you for hours, Commander," you said, as he cut their chains. "Every move you made, every room you were taken to, we mapped it all." Security Chief Choi Min-ho shook his head in amazement. "They planned this entire rescue during the battle." "We planned this rescue before the battle started," you replied. "Getting you back was always the first goal." As they moved through the ship, the Vorthok crew did not try to stop them. The aliens pressed themselves against the walls and let the humans pass. They had seen what humans could do in a fight. They wanted no part of it. Back on the bridge, Admiral Kreftar watched his prisoners being taken away. He could not stop it. His guards were too scared to fight. His crew was too shocked to act. "Admiral," his tactical officer said, "they're taking our people too." Kreftar looked at his screen. Human soldiers were moving through his ship, but they were not killing anyone. They were taking Vorthok officers prisoner instead. "Why?" Kreftar asked. Admiral Han's voice came through the speakers. "Because we are not like you. We do not kill unless we have to. Make no mistake, we will kill if you force us to, Commander." You and the rescued humans reached their ship safely. Soon as they were aboard, Admiral Han opened communications again. "Your people are safe," Kreftar said. "Now let us go." "Not yet," Admiral Han replied. "We need to discuss terms." "Terms? Shh. You attacked our people. You threatened our world. There must be consequences." Kreftar felt his stomach drop. "What do you want?" "First, your fleet will leave human space immediately. You will never return." "Agreed." "Second, you will pay for the damage to our ship and compensation for our crew's suffering." "How much?" Admiral Han named a number that made Kreftar's eyes go wide. It was huge, but not impossible. "Third, you will sign a treaty recognizing human territory and promising never to attack humans again." "And if we refuse?" Admiral Han was quiet for a long moment. "Then we will show you what apex predators do to threats that won't go away." On his ship, Captain Kim watched the negotiation through the communications screen. Dr. Park Soman sat next. To him, they're terrified, she said. Good, Kim replied. Fear will keep them away from Earth. Admiral, the Vorthok communications officer called out, our home fleet is asking for orders. Kreftar looked at his screen. The human admiral was waiting for his answer. Around his ship, hundreds of human vessels waited with weapons ready. Tell our home fleet to prepare the tribute payment, Krevitor said quietly. Sure. We agree to all terms, Krevitor announced. Admiral Han nodded. Wise choice. You may go. As the Vorthok ships prepared to leave, Krevitar had one last question. Admiral Han, may I ask you something? Go ahead, this fleet you used to defeat us. How many ships can your species actually build? Admiral Han smiled for the first time in the conversation. It was not a friendly smile. Admiral, what you fought today was not our military. This was our exploration and research fleet. Our actual military never left home. Krevitar felt the blood drain from his face. How many ships do you really have? Enough, Admiral Han said simply. More than enough. 6 months later, the Galactic Council met to discuss the new situation. Ambassador Park Jiang represented humanity. She arrived with an escort of 50 ships, all research vessels. She explained, the council members looked at the human ships through their windows. The vessels were sleek and powerful. They moved with perfect coordination. The council welcomes humanity as a full member, Counselor Telvin announced. All your territorial claims are recognized. Ambassador Park smiled. We appreciate the warm welcome. Later in private, Telvin spoke to his aide. The Vortex were our strongest military power. Humans destroyed them without losing a single ship. What does this mean for the galaxy? His aide asked. Telvin looked out at the human escort. Ships. It means we have new apex predators in charge. And that might not be a bad thing. The Vortex learned to leave humans alone. Other species learned to respect humanity's borders. And the galaxy became a more peaceful place. It's protected by predators who preferred cooperation to conquest. But everyone remembered the lesson. You do not threaten apex predators. Respect them, work with them, and hope they consider you worth protecting, because once apex predators decide you are a threat, the only question is not if you will be stopped, but whether you will survive the experience.